So with my feeble mind, it created thoughts in my mind to say that we're beginning to be more controlled with what we can do as a sovereign, as a group of people. But our commemorations today here is to remember the spirit of the eagle, to remember the spirit of the old people that have gone before us, to remember what they did so that we can strive to maintain our tradition and culture here. To strive and maintain what little identity we have here, but also to help us prosper from what we've done. In the beginning, all these gas stations, there was no real economic means for the tribe. They may have got a couple of $100. They may have received a few dollars for this and that. But that was for the American government, the American system of, or corporate conglomerates of Shell, of Standard Oil Company, of Phillips 66 refineries. All of that they made out of the energy was for their bigger companies and not the tribe. The electricity we don't own, even though if it goes through our reservation, we have to purchase that from Mojave, another electrical company, who in turn are saying we don't have a say as to who's doing this and who's doing that. And they could shut us off in our electricity at any time. So economically, we never, I believe we never received any benefits from the electric companies or the petroleum companies. We do receive residuals for our highways from the feds, for our roads. We do receive, as a part of the appropriations program in the United States, that we are a reservation and therefore we do get a little bit of assistance for the tax that should have been taxed for 1 million acres. Mm-hmm. And also, you know, there's a whole series of things that we believe that we should be able to have. Some tribes have casinos, some tribes don't. Some tribes have a water reserve, some tribes don't. And all of these things that we're talking about is all natural resource energy. Government control. And we as a people have to say, where is it that we're going to finally get to keep up with the Jones? They asked me one time, I was back in the old days, they said, hey, Mr. Clark, you come from a reservation. How does it feel like to be poor? I started to laugh. I said, I don't know. I've never been rich. I've never had rich, never seen rich, never lived large. Oh, but you come from a reservation, you get all these free handouts. I said, hey, there's rules and regulations to receiving handouts from the state and the government subsidies for commodities. We may get commodities, but we don't get a whole lot. It's just a portion, like a ration. They asked me again recently, what economic conditions or what is the economic condition of your reservation? I said, the same as it was 50 years ago. High unemployment, high drug and alcohol abuse. We have a morbidity rate and a mortality rate that's still far below the United States. And yet, you're saying we prospered the last 100 years.